Woke up on that Tuesday, girl got me feeling loose, and I'm gone, so gone. I'm gone, I'm gone, I got to turn it up, and I got to hit the beat, cause my brain's on heart, and my heart feeling slick. I'm gone, so gone, so gone, so gone. Back in the building, about to hit my heart up in the ceiling, about to turn it all up, go up. Go down, go down. I wanna be the game freak back on top of the show. Everybody knows I gotta get it back, cause I'm getting old. Yo, what's up, static? I'm shocked, I'm shocked. I'm gone, so gone, I'm gone, I'm gone. It's your boy D and Game Freak. Hey. I learned iron tail today. Unfortunately, I had to cut off my tail for scrap because I'm in poor. I'm in need. Oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry, Static G. Whoa, wait, whoa, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Energy is all over the place. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Oh. Wait, 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 wait. Okay, all right. Oh, yeah. So I'm sorry you have COVID. Feel better, Static. Pikachu, chill out. You just go to welfare. That'd be easier. Juice, we're gonna have a conversation. Give me a second. Sony, give me a price cut now. 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 Ah! I forgot to breathe. All right, I'm gonna stop. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Also, what's up, Boom? What's up, AJR? All right, ladies and gentlemen, the stream has just started. Thank you for the influx of viewers. I wonder if it has anything to do with the title. Probably. It doesn't matter. We're doing good. No one liked the stream. Hey, man, people, sometimes I don't get the support, bro. Hey, man, if y'all like the stream, it'd be appreciated. What's up, Chidori? How it feel for Sony to once again spit on you and tell you it's raining? Yeah. Yeah, Chidori wildin'. Okay. All right. All right. Let's have the conversation. I was gonna wait a little bit for people to get in here, and we already got like an influx of viewers and conversations. What's up, Retro? Xbox is the best box. I have three Pichu babies. I've learned that in the Pokemon fandom, things get a little weird. Don't mind it. So let's have the conversation. There's been some talks. There's been some conversations about the Pro and its announcement and its release, and my clickbait PS5 Pro title didn't help my stream. I mean, hey, things happen. All joking aside, y'all are low key getting a deal. Chidori, what? Chidori, what are you talking about? All right, let's talk. So as far as Sony announced the PlayStation 5 Pro in all of its glory. And there have been, let's see if they give me, I need like a major just explanation of what we've been dealing with here, because it's a lot going on. So from what we know, the PlayStation 4, at least in America, I'm not going to talk about the other countries because I'm not in those other countries, and I feel like people from those other countries have made content talking about it. Okay, so if you go on PlayStation's Pro's website, you get PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, PSSR. You get optimized console performance, which really just means, if I remember correctly, a more powerful one. I think it's a bigger. No, it's a stronger GPU, and it's a larger GPU, advanced ray tracing. The major advancement seems to be based in the GPU mainly. They did nothing to the CPU from what I'm understanding. There's no boost mode, none of that. It's just I have more storage, my GPU is better, and it has advanced AI upscaling technology, which fine. And then you're getting the same controller you got with the original PS5. You're not getting the Elite controller. You're not getting a stand. And you're not getting a disk drive. And it's going to cost $700 in the States. If we're talking about in terms of pure power, I think it does exactly what it needs to do, right? I think the whole point of the PS5 Pro was to be a stronger PlayStation 5. There's an argument to be made if we even needed that in the first place, because a lot of people will tell you I think even Juice said it in his video, we're just now starting to get PS5 exclusive games, right? If we're just now recently getting more PS5 exclusive games, then my question to you would then be, are those games maxing out the PS5 in a way that makes you go, yo, it wouldn't hurt to get a boost. It wouldn't hurt to get 4K 60 straight off, right? And I don't think any of the games are doing that. The other issue, and it's something that was brought to my attention by looking at other videos, the PlayStation 4 Pro at least overclocked the CPU to where you were getting somewhat of a boost mode from that. The PS5 Pro isn't even overclocking its CPU. So essentially what you're getting is a console that just goes, I have a bigger GPU, and that's about it. It doesn't talk, like, I think there's no talk about whether or not it's a quieter console. If there's any there's just not enough specifics other than heck, you didn't even know the console had 2 terabytes in it until after the announcement. The announcement's bad. The announcement's really bad. Let me show off the crazy advancements in my PlayStation 5 by showing me a bunch of PlayStation 4 games upscaled. And I'm just kind of like, with a couple of PS5 games, I don't act like there's no PS5 games in there, but there's a lot of PlayStation 4 games, which is indicative of the PS5 generation in general, but that's besides the point. You've essentially just said, hey, AI upscaling, look at this barbed wire in the background that you couldn't see in the old games. And I'm just kind of like, okay, cool. And they're not saying that there won't be a noticeable difference for certain things. The problem is that the PS4 Pro felt more needed at the time in which it came out than the PS5 Pro was going to come out, and we're going to be like, man, I really needed that. I'm like, bro, we're still waiting on consistent levels of games. I'm not saying we didn't have any games, but we don't even have consistent games for this year. We've had some games. Now, I'm not going to act like we haven't, but I'm be real with you. If a Sony fan told me you were satisfied with this year, I'd be like, really? Considering you got like God, if I remember correctly, didn't you get God of War Ragnarok and Horizon in the same year? And you tell me you're 100% satisfied with everything you've gotten this year. Like, oh, this is just the best you've gotten. Like really, that's what the bar is. The bar is just, and that's nothing against Stellar Blade. There's nothing against, it was Stellar Blade, Astrobot, and I feel like there's another game. I mean, I can't count Concord because that came out and died within 2 weeks. It's barely, if anything, I just call that a waste of money. But to talk about the announcement's bad. It doesn't really properly, it doesn't even tell you everything about the PS4 Pro that we then found out later through tweets and like press releases and like hands-ons, right? So it's a bad presentation in that way. And then the price tag is $700. And I think that's the crazy part. I think if you had at least made a better effort of explaining it, to me, it almost feels like you're ashamed of the price you put out for it. The fact that you snuck it at the very end of the presentation. Here's a highlight reel of all the games that are going to be affected by PS5 Pro and many more to come, right? Cool. Look, this is the power of the Pro. Flash on the screen, price tag, we're out. And you're just like, rewind that last scene. Does that say $700? And here's my thing. If it's a Pro system, I feel like, and some people are going to get mad about this, and I think Juice is probably going to get mad about it because I'm going to bring up the stand. It's dumb to me to call it a Pro system and I have to pay extra to stand it up. I also think it's dumb to call it a Pro system and I have to buy a disk drive. It's wild to me that if I'm paying more for a Pro system in general, I want the Pro to be better than the 5 in every other way. That means if I bought a base PS5 for $500, I'm arguably getting more stuff out of it than a PS5 Pro that's literally only giving me more storage and slightly better graphics on a console that isn't even maxed out yet. We haven't even gotten a game that maxes it out. Oh, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Rise of Ronin. That was the other two I missed. So I'm like, okay, So I'm bringing it up more as a proposition. My issue is that to me approach shouldn't be taking things out of the box, right? If we're gonna make the argument that Nintendo was wild for taking out the charger for the new 3DS systems, and I think I'm consistent. That was a problem, and I think this is a problem. Don't call it a pro system if I'm getting less. I'm still getting less. I get more storage and better graphics, but I can't stand it up. I can't get a better stand. I can't get a stand, period, and I can't get a disk drive. No, I'm not. No. I do not have a girlfriend, Godra. What am I missing? The 470 is $500 if you buy the basic version with no RGB and triple fans. Wait, what? Why didn't they promote the PSSR works on all backwards compatibility games to make the resolution higher? That seems like a nice benefit. If the thing is really spec-wise a 4070, then that's a $500 GPU plus upscaling. I don't, like I said, and I guess that was my main issue. I'm not really tripping on the power. No, Tyrone said a lot of things that wasn't true. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Hold on. Sony makes sense. Yeah. Okay. But I think it's still a problem. You can't offer it in one thing and then not offer it in another. Also, the Slim isn't marketing itself as a pro. To me, calling something anything pro or like a better version of what I have means that at the very least I should get more than what I feel like I'm getting. And the stand thing isn't really even a major issue in the grand scheme of things. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. If you had a disk drive and it felt like the console was worth the increase in funds, I think it wouldn't be as big of a deal. The stand thing is kind of like it's annoying, but I don't want to turn the argument specifically into the stand. I don't think the stand is enough to die on the hill. It's more of like a small thing on already a bad situation. That's my problem, bro. Like, it'd be different if everything else was fine and it was like, oh, by the way, there's the stand. The stand isn't in it. You know what it reminded me of? It's kind of like when the PlayStation 4 got announced, right? Everybody was excited about the PlayStation 4 announcement to the point where everyone ignored that you now had to start paying for online. It was no longer optional. What's up, Twilight? It was no longer optional. You just had to start paying for online. To me, that's about in the same tier of I'm sneaking. It's a bad thing. To me, it's a bad thing that I'm forced to pay for online. I think it's a bad thing to not have something in the console that was in the console including before, right? But at the end of the day, everything else was so positive. It's kind of like And honestly, I think that people should have made a bigger deal about the online, but that's a whole other conversation. So the problem is the console $700. The problem is that it's missing things that I think would justify it being called a pro console. Now, I would have said maybe a couple of days ago it needed to include the Elite controller. But the reason why I think people said it should include the Elite controller is because it doesn't feel like it's worth the money at this point. The PS5 has been out for 4 years? I believe, or coming up on 4 years. I think it'll be 4 years in November, I believe, officially. So coming up on officially 4 years, you don't have really any game that maxes out the console, and you just announced the Pro, not even been maybe a year since the Slims came out, and the Pro already just done. And what's crazy to me is that this thing is generally going to sell. What price would you have paid for it with a disc drive? I think you could have justified. I think $700 would have felt a lot better if it came with a disc drive. I would argue, because here's my thing: when we're talking about how much I think it generally feels like it's worth now, I think if you would put it at $600, it wouldn't have been too crazy, right? Now, if you would given me let's say if you would humor me and gave me the stand and the disc drive with it, I probably would have felt a little bit better about it being $700. The $700 price tag feels bad because I'm losing things. Because I think 2 terabytes of storage, a disc drive, a stand, and the power boost. I probably could have took the $700. I wouldn't have been happy about it, but I could at least understand it, right? We're not gonna sit here and pretend like the power boost isn't anything that to scoff at. But like, I don't want to pretend like the power boost doesn't mean anything. So I think I would have been able to take the 700 if you had included everything that's come with the other PlayStation 5s, right? But just charging me 700 for a console that effectively doesn't even feel like it was necessary. And to be fair, the Pro already kind of didn't feel like it was necessary as it is. I think, honestly, you could have announced the Slim, let the Slim rock for a few years and move on. Like, the reality is that the Pro only exists for the sake of, we need money. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. Like the PlayStation 5 Pro is an example of, I need money because I'm not selling the consoles like I want to sell them. Not that you're not selling consoles. Don't want to get it twisted. It's not that PlayStation isn't selling consoles, but they want to sell more stuff. Godra, that's a whole. The super chats are available for YouTube if you want to do any type of donation. Right now it just feels like a lot. It feels like it doesn't feel like a good investment, especially when like this year hasn't even really been like an amazing year for them in gaming. Like people are, and then there's been like a weird mix of like negative Sony news and positive Sony news between the Concord situation. Then Astrobot comes out. The problem is there's no guarantee that Astrobot's going to sell a lot of units, which would be a shame. But you know, Sony fans don't necessarily care for games that aren't that. I think they're more willing to buy them than Xbox fans, but that doesn't really say a lot. They need to make up their money for Concord somehow. My issue is I don't even care. As a consumer, I don't care what your reasoning for the Pro console is. My core issue has nothing to do with the fact that they need to make up money for whatever thing. My core issue is what am I like? What makes this $700 worthy? What makes me feel like when I pay $700 for this, I'm getting a worthwhile experience? I already knew. My problem is I knew even if they brought up things like 8K or whatever, I was going to sit there and be like, who the heck has 8K anything? Is there 8K media to even justify that? So I already knew this was already going to be kind of an unnecessary purchase, right? That's already kind of the problem by itself, is that it already doesn't really facilitate. The timing in which it's coming out does not feel like you should buy it. I'm going to just be real with you. Terrell, that's not true. Astrobot will sell a ton because Persona 5 DLC. Shut up, Ryan Sword. But my point is that like I don't really see. This feels less necessary than the Pro did for the 4. It costs too much. There are things that aren't included with it, and it doesn't really feel like you're getting a lot for it. Someone made a point of how that presentation just felt like it ended abruptly and then showed the price at the end. Maybe it was supposed to be cheaper than before the Concord failure. Doesn't really matter at this point, Juice, because at the end of the day, the price is what it is. Now we like even if we're gonna pretend like Concord was the problem, as a consumer, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, when I walk into the store and I see the Pro on the shelf, what is it gonna say? Is it gonna say $650, but due to Concord failure, $700? No, they're going to charge you $700. So now you're asking me as a gamer, am I going to walk in there and spend $700 on a PS5 Pro and then have to spend money later to get a disk drive? Well, it's coming with 2 terabytes. Well, yeah, it kind of had to, because what's the deal? Is the Pro a better deal than a gaming PC? I mean, technically, yes, but the gap is smaller. If no one buys it, then they'll have to lower the price. So we'll have the power to affect the change. It's true, but from what I've been hearing, people are still going to buy it, which is kind of a problem in itself. I think people are fine. Some of these people are PlayStation 5 owners. That's the crazy part. I had a friend, I told about it the other day, and I said, bro, it's like $700. And he was like, oh, that ain't bad. What do you mean that ain't bad? Here's the kicker. He owns a PlayStation 5, and he's the one I built a gaming PC for, like that he spent $2,000 on not even like a couple months ago. What are you talking about? That ain't bad. What? I almost want to be like, what is wrong with you? Why y'all out here? That's the crazy part of me. The people who are the most excited are PlayStation 5 fans. And I'm like, why in the world would you spend $700 on a console you already own when you're going to trade your 5 and get like 300 for, dog? Like, it's crazy to me, bro. It's absolutely insane. Do I feel like Terrell is talking about juice in this statement? With all due respect to your friend, he gets money to burn. Probably. Like I don't understand the point. I genuinely I don't understand why PlayStation fans are way too quick to jump on a deal that realistically who are you following? Because I haven't seen anything but negative reactions to this. Literally every 100% of the comment in this video is watches bashing Sony. Yeah, but to me, the YouTube commentary to me isn't equating to the normal person. I've seen people excited in real life, not necessarily online. Now, I've seen the obvious. Whoa, that's too much money. But yeah, Twitter's always negative. I'm not counting that. But yeah, I don't really trust. And the fact that people are already telling me that the disk drive is selling out, which I'm like, why would the disk drive be selling out? Well, when people in the online community voice their opinions over them closing the online stores, they change their minds. Well, Sony's probably is the quickest to buckle under pressure. I'll say that. So, I mean, there's possibilities, but if the console sells well, then we're screwed. And it just shows me that we have too many people who are way too concerned about things. And I'm not even saying, like I said, I hate to acknowledge that, like, it's not a bad proposition in terms of power. It's just not needed. People who touch grass are happy to get a Pro. Yeah, weirdly enough, partially because they're nowhere near as invested. That's like the core of the issue. They're nowhere near as invested and or engaged. So my friend hearing about it initially, I was just kind of like, why would you say that? People are buying the disc drive so they can try to sell them for ridiculously high prices after they sell out. Well, yeah, because unfortunately, but that doesn't really make sense because physical media isn't even like, disc drives aren't even like being sold in the same, like, I don't know how many people even worry about. I know plenty of people who are fine buying an all digital console, even though realistically, financially, it's a ripoff. To me, it's a ripoff to buy all digital if you play new games. For me, it just, and so I guess the question also will come up as, well, Terrell, you bought the PS4 Pro because I never owned an OG PS4. I bought a PS4 Pro. I bought a PlayStation 3 Slim. What the heck is that? These notification noises have changed. It's so weird. I bought a PlayStation 3 Slim. I've got a PS2. I've never bought the first iteration of a Sony console. I've never bought the first iteration of a Sony console because I never needed to. I don't know why I have so many notifications going off. This is not the day for any of this nonsense. Okay, yeah, people are just being dumb. But I've always bought a slim or a second model of a PlayStation console. I've never bought the first one. So of course, when the Pro was announced, that was something that I know I've taught the Juice about, and I've said it to Richie. Richie, you know. And Richie was also thinking in the same line of thought process. We're going to buy a PlayStation 5 Pro if we're going to get one because there was rumors that they would be coming out. And I recognize that $600 to $700 could potentially be the price because taxes, and that's the crazy thing, taxes is going to kill us anyway because it's not even really $700. It's more like almost $750 with taxes. But that's besides the point. So the question then becomes, well, Terrell, are you going to buy a Pro? And I thought about it and I said, you know what? And it's something I've been saying. I haven't even been that engaged to buy a 5, let alone a Pro. Like, my interest in buying a 5 has been low, let alone getting a Pro. And with this announcement, really does not have me engaged. On top of that, there's currently a sale on Steam for PlayStation games. The PlayStation games are on sale on Steam right now. You can go get a lot of PlayStation published games up to 75% off. So I'm on Steam right now. Helldivers is $32. Ghost of Tsushima, $48. Horizon Forbidden West, $48. Uncharted collection, $25. God of War, $20. Last of Us, $36. Days Gone, $13. Miles Morales, $30. Spider-Man Remastered, $36. Returnal, $36. Sackboy, $30. Rift Apart, Ratchet and Clank, $36. Like, bro, I just bought a new graphics card. Like, what was that? Not too long ago. I literally don't have a reason to buy that console. Like, and the only thing I can't play right now that I would want to play is what? Spider-Man 2, Astral Chain, and Astro Bot. I think those are like the 3 games off the top of my head that I can't play because they're not available on PC. And I'm going to be real with you. I don't really have a reason to go that route. I'm going to just be real about it. I think I paid $500. Hold on. If I go get the Best Buy receipt, I could probably tell you the specifics. I think it was $500 though. And that was, hold on. Yeah, Cellblade. I may have said the wrong thing. Let me see. Oh my God. Best Buy, I hate when you do this. I have a PlayStation 0. Let's see. Give me my order history is what I need. But first I have to sign in. No, you gotta log the in. Why do I always gotta log in, bro? I'm like, cause life is a tragedy, that's why. Ooh, oh no. Ooh. That was bad. Sorry, that thing glitched out, yeah. My computer tried to like use my camera for something else. Where did I buy this? I bought this in June. Yeah, I spent $500. I got a Radeon RX 780 XT 16 gigs GDDR6. And I spent $500. I technically have already bought my PlayStation. I bought my PlayStation 5 earlier this year. So I really don't have a reason to buy that. What did I upgrade my graphics card for? I've essentially spent the $500. Like, real for me personally, it wasn't gonna make sense anyway. Like it just wasn't. It just does not justify itself. And some people might be like, bro, but the PlayStation. I'm like, bro, there's just not enough. I'm be real. There has not been enough on that console to really just like justify that purchase, like at all for me, like at all. And some of y'all gonna be like, oh, what do you mean? I'm like, listen, it just hasn't. It has not been enough. And the price is somewhat down now, but I just can't. I can't justify it. I'm gonna just be real with you. Bro, I'm just more inclined to do a semi PC upgrade on the motherboard, RAM, and the graphics card, all of which would be below the cost of a PS5 Pro. To be fair, there hasn't really been any reason to buy a console outside of Nintendo since the 360 era. That's a little wild, but I can understand your thought process. Also, Pro consoles never sold well. Also, knowing that there was a digital version over physical version makes me not approach a store. Yeah, it is the Astrid. That's my bad. Same. Still couldn't care about the PS5. Definitely ain't gonna care more for the PS5 Pro. Yeah, realistically, I don't know really how this was meant to convince non-PlayStation users. I mean, obviously, the Pro to me is really only meant for PlayStation 5 fans or for people who knew, like I did, that they were going to release some sort of Pro console because they've been doing that. They did it last generation. They always release like a mid-gen refresh. So it's not like a crazy thought process, especially when the last generation did it. But man, $700 is a lot. It's a lot for what I feel like I'm not getting everything. And it feels scummy, partially because your console isn't even maxed out yet. At least with the PS4, you can make the argument that they felt like they were hitting somewhat of a wall for certain games on PlayStation 4. You can't even make and I wasn't even in love with the PS4 Pro initially. I mean, I was in love with it enough to buy it, but I wasn't like, oh my God, this is amazing. I was like, this seems like the time to get into the PlayStation 4. And I had enough games on the PS4 that I wanted, that I was willing to invest. Now it just feels like, hey, we need some money. And you already like PlayStation, right, guys? So join the bandwagon. Join the PlayStation brand. It is not for me. It's not for me. I don't, and if we even address the Concord situation where you bought a studio, let them work on a game that essentially should have been free to play, sell it for $40, let it come out for 2 weeks, and then kill it. And I'm just like, yo, these are beyond dumb decisions. And I know the leadership recently changed there, and I'm just like, man, this does not seem like it's worth it. PS5 hasn't been are you talking about, I mean, maxed out? I mean, like, it hasn't been, are you talking about the performance mode and fidelity? I mean, like, in terms of feeling like the new PS5 games are pushing the PlayStation 5 to its limits. That's what I mean. What's up, Andrite? They definitely hit a wall on the PS5. Black Wukong is running sub 20 to upscale at 4K. Nasty word. I think that's a lack of optimization. I don't think that's the PlayStation 5 being bottlenecked. And if it is being bottlenecked, I don't think it's the graphics that's bottlenecking it. I think it's the CPU, which the PS5 Pro won't fix anyway because, well, they didn't do anything to the CPU. So, yeah. For me personally, I don't feel like the PS5 Pro felt like it was doing more. It just felt like it was doing more as a pro console. This doesn't feel like it's doing as much. It feels like it costs too much. It feels like it's taking things out and somehow pretending to be a better investment. And realistically, what most people should just do is just go get a Slim and then buy a disk drive later. Like, how much is a default PS5 right now? Is it still $500? I know. Let me see. I know that bundle doesn't exist anymore, but I'm just curious. PS5. How much is the PS5 right now? Stupid tongue getting me mad at. This feels like such a wasted generation. Oh, I kind of would agree, actually. I'm not overly excited. This generation's been a weird mixture. If I didn't have my Switch, I feel like I wouldn't enjoy it. Oh, yeah, now we have the stupid... Yeah, we have the NBA 2K bundle, because you know that's going to sell. And that's for $500. I can still get a PlayStation 5 Slim disc console for like $589, which... Oh, no, the Spider-Man console still exists. It's just $518, which is still not bad. That's on Walmart, though. I don't know if that really counts for everything else. Well, the PS4 and Xbox One were trash power-wise when they came out. I remember us talking about it. And yeah, they were. Yeah, that was the difference also. That the PS4, when it came out, wasn't even as strong as certain PCs around the same era. So it was kind of like it was in a Nintendo position, coming out weaker than it could. So a Pro felt way more justified at the time. I was trying to get back to my PlayStation 5 search, not just that. Let me see. Was that actually Best Buy? Or did it lie to me? No, that was Best Buy. Let me see. I just want to see something. What's up, Jazzy? Ken Armstrong has the PS5 disc drive for $450 by my search. Yeah, but is that Canada prices? Like, my question is, like, what would that be when you try to buy it and have it sent to America? Give me the console. I want the console. Let me see all, because if I do, I just want to see something. Thank God a Switch Pro never wheeled it into existence. I mean, technically the OLED is kind of that, but it was being sold for a different reason, so people don't really put it in the same tier. Yeah, the PS5 right now is, where's the disc one? It's $500 base, which is about what I expected. Then we had like the nonsense that was coming from the stupid, what was it? The stupid Bluetooth speakers from a while ago. Remember that? Where you couldn't. Oh, it's for the Portal. The Portal. That's what it was. It was for the Portal. How the Portal couldn't use like a normal Bluetooth speakers. It had to use like the new freaking PlayStation Bluetooth. And I'm just like, guys, this is you're doing so much and accomplishing like nothing, dog. Like that's how I feel about it. It feels like y'all putting in so much effort to still get nothing done. And it irks the living daylights out of me, bro. Is that Jazzy from Weapon Wheel Park? Is that, wait, what's WWP? Is that, for some reason I went immediately to Weapon Wheel Podcast. For $700 you can get a clear backgrounds for, that's a selling point, right? I mean, sure, but like, is that a $700 selling point? That's my problem. This is the only two things I'm getting is better, is clearer background. Well, I don't want to be rude. That's not, I won't say that's all it is, but you're getting like clearer backgrounds and a bigger storage pool. And I don't want to like turn this into, well, Sony ain't shit. Like, because that's literally what it feels like. It feels like it's just a waste of money. It feels like it doesn't really help the industry. I would really hope that the fandom would just let this thing die and move on. I thought Whipping Wheel too much crumb side. Yep, too much crumb side, bro. Crumb side rot your brain, bro. It's a dangerous weapon, Wheel Pocket. No! I just can't justify it. And the funny thing is I have a friend who's getting, I think Tyrone is getting a PlayStation 5, but he's just getting an OG PlayStation 5. I just can't, bro. I can't even justify it, bro. Just for Dragon Ball. I agree. That's like a dumb reason to get it. But people don't want to, people want to act like, it's crazy to me. I understand that PC gaming has its issues and that it's not as user friendly as a lot of people want it to be. But bro, if it can help me not spend $500, I think don't mind paying for a PC game. Like, I'm going to just be real with you. It's not even that I'm like against the digital market entirely. I was originally going to go digital for the PS4 Pro. The problem is that buying things from PlayStation is kind of a pain. If you're getting stuff on Steam, you absolutely can go digital. I could buy $700 worth of scratching tickets and feel less ripped off. You arguably might win more if we're going to be real with you. You realistically, that arguably would mean more. You could win more money and be more financially stable from risking it all on scratch offs than just, buying a $700 console. I can't get behind it. You just let a game come out and die and did nothing but have no remorse and just let it sit there and fester like a rotting piece of flesh. Man, Concord got done so dirty, dog. And now I think that studio's also gone. And I'm just like, what are we doing? So we lost the gaming, another company, another game. And to be fair, it wasn't like Concord was amazing. But it's crazy to me to put out a game and have that little faith and love into it that you just let it die that quickly. And you kill it, realistically. Why is Sparking Zero trash? That's the crazy part. Tyrone's been talking about that too. People have been kind of weird about Sparking Zero lately. Well, I know he has at least. I think it was because some more characters got announced and people were annoyed that there were more, what was it, super characters, but less. No, it was some GT characters. I forget what it was. Probably did this because the Apple fan base. Well, unfortunately, the Apple fan base are used to shilling insane amount of money. What games the PS4 getting? Wait, what, Juice? Wait. Did you mean PS5 or did you mean? I don't give, like, you talking about like right now. I mean, obviously they're not getting as much anymore because we're finally starting to get just PlayStation 5 exclusive titles. Or am I? Maybe I didn't understand the context of the question. I'm sticking with my. Oh, you were responding to Android. I'm dumb. Is it local? It can't be localization. It better not be localization. Android, there's no way. I mean, you're getting. I would say you're getting maybe. There might be third-party titles coming out, but there's nothing. I don't think first-party's coming out anymore. You know what? I can look real quick. Why not? Amazon, show me future PlayStation games. Let me see. Let me see. I'm just curious. I haven't looked in a while, gaming wise, to see. Let's see. Gaming. Come on. Where's my departments at? That's computers. I guess it's games. Video games. I didn't think there was anything major, but I'm going to look anyway. Just why not? Let me see. Games. That is not what I wanted. That just gave me a bunch of... Yeah, this is... Why is... Jesus Christ, Concord's still up here for $75. That's wild. That's a wild realization. There's no first party on PS5, so I'm good with getting third party games. I mean, if you want to. Let's see. Amazon did this a weird way. I don't like the way this is done. Just give me a coming soon section. It's always annoying to find it, though. There we go. Coming soon. I think mostly everything else is... Well, the Marvel's Capcom collection's on PS4. Let's see. The Final Fantasy collection. Call of Duty. Black Ops 6. Let's see. I'm just scrolling down the page to see. I forgot you can play Black Ops 6 on PS4. It's kind of crazy to me. That's PS5. That's PS5. There's a lot more PS5 stuff. So I'm not going to discount just this point. There's a lot more PS5 stuff. Let's see. Oh, how'd you go, you God? Anyways, there is no legit place to get a PS4. There's no legit point. I mean, that's probably true. Unless you just really, to me, it'd be better to invest into a PC. A lot of you can probably play newer PlayStation games on PC anyway. I can't imagine someone sticking with the 8th generation consoles this late in the game, considering there is no major games coming to Xbox One or PlayStation 4. I mean, if you don't have any money, that's the way I look at it. Is some people can't afford to buy games as soon as they come out or new, especially when games are $70 and consoles are $500, and people can't afford it. So it makes sense that all of a sudden they're like, maybe I'll finally. But those are people who don't really keep up the modern gaming. But yeah, old anime having games with modern slang is gross. Orion, is that what happened? They didn't do that. They didn't. Oh, no. I hope that means you shouldn't be playing it on. That means you can't play Dragon Ball on dub, then, Orion. That means Tyron's going to get mad. Though, like I said, it's a little. I'll probably get a PS5 if there's a good price cut for the Slim down to 300 to 350 range. I don't think they're going to cut it. If they cut it, it won't be for like another year, if that. I don't see them cutting it right now. I think they want to see how well the Pro does. The goal is for it to do bad, but we'll see. But yeah, there isn't really a lot of PlayStation 4 games coming out, which is good. That's kind of the point, but still. Why do I see a lot of weirdly... Is that like Atari games? What's going on? Let me see. Sony's too fucking expensive. Horrible British practices, and I can't fucking do it. I can't do it this gen. There's a line in Sparking Zero that says that's cap. Why are they doing that? Translations have been off the charts as of lately. Good God. But yeah, the overarching point is, to me, there's no real reason to buy the Pro unless you just really think that what you're getting for that price point is worth it. And I'm gonna be real with you, it just doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it. I think I'd probably feel better if the disk drive was there. Even if I didn't get a stand, I think if I got the disk drive, I feel a little bit better about 700. I wouldn't love it, but I could at least go more storage, disk drive, and better performance. I wouldn't still not be in love with it, but I could accept 700. There isn't going to be a price drop, people. Just look at the Switch and say, well, Nintendo wasn't going to drop that console anyway. No, Nintendo rarely price drops. Sorry, I feel like that's a bad example, but I get your point. I wouldn't say I disagree with that. I'm not expecting a price drop, and I kind of don't even care. The other reason why I don't really care about getting a PlayStation 5 is ironically enough because I own an Xbox One X. As much as people make fun of this console and its problems, and it definitely has its problems, when you own an Xbox One X that gets mostly the same games as your PlayStation does, the only thing you're really missing off of is like a handful of exclusives, which although are great games, don't get it twisted, you also get certain games for freaking free through Game Pass. Well, free within like in quotations, but you get it. Well, yeah. The Switch Lite already existed, a cheaper option. Exactly, I would agree. All my point is just that for me anyway, there's just no reason. I have a Switch, I have an Xbox One X, and I have a PC that I just put a new graphics card in not even 3 months ago. Realistically, I can go buy most of these games except for like a few of them. There's only a few I can't get right now. If I want to play Ghost of Tsushima, I can. If I want to play Miles Morales, I can. If I want to play Horizon, technically I could have did that with even buying the PC versions of the game. But if we're going to play the high fidelity argument, I can do that. I can go buy Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut right now. Helldivers, I can go get that. The only games I can't get is like Astral Chain, Final Fantasy, which I don't even think that's going to be. And some of these aren't even going to be relevant because I bet some of these will end up on Steam sooner than later. Heck, Final Fantasy I'm expecting, honestly. I'm going to just be real with you. Final Fantasy I'm absolutely expecting at some point to come to PC. It may not be there yet, but I definitely am expecting it sooner than later. Heck, we already have part 1 of the remake on Steam. So what makes me think that part 2 isn't coming? So that one will be irrelevant. Stellar Blade, what's the other one? Astrobot. I expect that. I'm expecting these games. Sony's been putting games on PCs. So I'm not really like, I don't think I'm gonna get it. At least you have a 9th generation console, and it's not an Xbox, and it's not an Xbox One X. Wow, just a savage. Oh yeah. I don't have a reason. I don't have a reason to be to personally invest the finances in it. And although it'd be weird, but I think I'm probably gonna end up skipping Sony this generation. I think that's the conclusion. After seeing the Pro announcement, which was the only thing else I was holding out for, I think I genuinely am just gonna skip this generation for PlayStation, which is weird because I haven't skipped a PlayStation generation probably since the first one. I didn't buy a PlayStation console until the 2, so I didn't buy the PlayStation 1 when it was new. But I had the 2 when it came out. I had 3 and I had 4. I got them late, but I did own the consoles. I genuinely don't see myself justifiably owning a PlayStation 5 for the rest of this gen. And some of you would go, but you're missing out on titles. And I think it would have hurt me more. And I probably would have bought it if those games weren't on PC. If those games weren't on PC, or them being still, some of them being still on the PS4 was a part of it. But like, man, if they weren't on PC, I probably would feel a lot worse about it. Because then I could go, hey, I can play all my PlayStation 4 games, and then I can also play Ragnarok, and then I can play Horizon Forbidden West in better quality, and I can do this game and that game, and then I can get Stellar Blade, and then I can get Rise of Ronin, then I can get Astro Bot. Like, my biggest reason for waiting so long with PlayStation consoles is usually because my level of investment is based on how many games can I not play right now that I want to play. For PS3, it took until 2010. For PlayStation 4, it took until 2017. For PlayStation 5, I'm not feeling it. And the kicker is there are some games I can't play, but a lot of them I can. Like, a lot of them I can. This is also one of the few generations where Switch is getting more games. It's still not where it needs to be. Like, I just bought the Capcom collection on Switch. Technically yesterday is when it came out, but I bought it like the day before. Persona 3 Reload, which is a game that I normally wouldn't have access to, I have on my Xbox Series X. I've been playing the Game Pass version, and I finally went around and bought the physical edition of it. And I just got the DLC, and I'll be playing that. Then you got what? Zelda coming out at the end of this month. Don't need an PlayStation for that. Then you got the Metaphor game from Atlas. I can play that on my Xbox One X, on my Series X. Like, I don't think I need a PlayStation this gen. It wouldn't hurt to have, but I don't need it. I started playing Horizon Forbidden West on Steam. I've been casually playing that game. I just don't have a reason. I don't have a reason. Yeah, exactly, Nike. But to me, if you had a PC and an Xbox, you'd be in a similar position. Because remember, you can get Game Pass on your PC. Technically, I could cut the Xbox out of the equation and just use Game Pass Ultimate on my PC, and I would still get the same type of experience. Some dude just left me a comment on my video saying that 94% of the games purchased were digital, so that's why Sony didn't put a disc drive on the PS4 Pro. You're calling it a Pro system, and I can't get a disc drive is wild to me. I can get more storage, I can get a better graphics, but I can't get a disc drive. Whoa. Also, how am I going to enjoy all my PlayStation? You know what? That's the main thing I forgot to bring up. One of the coolest things about the PS5 Pro is the upscaling of PlayStation 4 games. How am I going to do that if I have no disc drive? Do you think I didn't buy physical copies of my PlayStation 4 games? Oh no, they're in the front. That's why. I was like, where's my PlayStation 4 games? They're in the front. They're in the front because that's where my PlayStation 4 is. So how do I enjoy my PlayStation 5 upscaling for PS4 games I have physical copies to? That's probably the biggest thing that I forgot to bring up. This is under the implication that all your PlayStation 4 games you bought digitally. So you can just jump into your PS5 Pro and digitally have upgraded versions of those games. But if you were someone who paid for physical discs back in 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, heck, some games that came out later, like 2021, they're implying that you stayed digital for like 2 console generations, which is over a decade or about a decade ago, right? The implication is that you got all those games digital, therefore, you can immediately take advantage of the Pro. What if I bought physical PS4 games? All that upscaling means nothing because now I have to spend $80 to even take advantage of one of the main features of the new console. That's I don't know why I forgot about it. I thought about it during the night. I completely forgot about it. How do I take advantage of the upscale PS4 titles when I have no disc drive? So now the $80 that was optional, right? It was an optional $80, right? It was optional because you didn't need a disc drive. You could still play games on your 2 terabyte PlayStation 4 Pro. I can't. What if I have discs? Guess what? Now I have to buy the disc drive or rebuy the games digitally. Oh my God. I don't know why I forgot about that. That is the dumbest thing. I can't even take advantage. They're confident that you've been spending all digital this for a decade is astounding. That's crazy that you bought a PlayStation 4 in 2014 or 2013. You bought a PlayStation 4 and stayed all digital. So all those games that got upgraded, you could just jump into it. But if you bought any physical title, you're screwed. Bloodborne, you're screwed. Or you gotta spend $80. That's the other reason why I wanted a disc drive. Not everybody subscribed to a digital mindset a decade ago. Some people didn't transition into that until like recently, maybe with the PS5 generation. So that means you've only been all digital for 4 years, but you might still have discs of all your physical games. So guess what? You can't even take advantage of the PS4 upgrades that all your games get. That's one of my main issues with the disc drive argument. Put the disc drive, fine. Let's ignore the stand. Then the stand is no longer relevant to the conversation. Give me a disc drive at least, dog. Like that's crazy. That's crazy to me to sit there and push all these upgrades your old PlayStation 4 games get. And then not acknowledge that, some of your PlayStation 4 users may not have just gone all digital for a decade. Because, that's a lot of games and a lot of storage. And let's be real here, the PlayStation 4 didn't give you an insane amount of storage. Is PS4 Pro going to have at least the horizontal stand? No, we don't get any stand with the PS5 Pro. Now, granted, like I said, the stand doesn't really matter, but that disc drive is insane to me. It's a Pro console that doesn't have a disc drive, but its slim version that's $200 cheaper comes with a disc drive or has a disc drive variant. Yeah, I need to play my Last of Us 2 remaster, upscale with AI. Funny thing is that a few weeks ago, Western Digital announced the 8 terabyte NVE with heatsink that costs $1,000. The fact that you had to get the disc drive separately and hearing it selling out now is so corny or so scummy. It is. Now, granted, that's also because people are taking advantage of the fact, which is why people would just put it on the console. If it was on the console, we wouldn't even have to worry about this. People are like, I'm so excited for PlayStation. People are like, and I'm glad, and I'll agree, I'm glad that people are mad about it because you need to be. But I got a decent number of videos of people saying, I'm going to buy a PlayStation 5 Pro. And I'm just like, you're part of the problem. Like, even you have to, even if you're going to buy it, I wouldn't announce that because you're really not helping the issue, okay? Like, even if you can't change the console coming out, you should at the very least include a disc drive. At the very least, if I can't change everything about it, include a disc drive for your PlayStation 4 owners who didn't necessarily buy digital the whole time. Scalpers be scalping and they get stuck with those drives. Yeah. This is why you don't sell disc drives separately, because then companies can do this BS. And now you're just sitting here looking dumb. Because now, if you want to take advantage of your PlayStation, even if you want to buy the PS5 Pro, you can't get a disc drive. So now there are people who may have wanted the PS5 Pro and can't get it because it can't use one of its major features because they have a bunch of disc PS4 games that they can't put in their console because you made the disc drive separately. All the major YouTubers have condemned the price and making fun of Sony. I'm just mad, bro. I'm mad at that. I think that one pisses me off more because that was like one of their main things. Look at the changes to The Last of Us. Look at the changes to all these PS4 titles. Okay. Oh, but you know you gotta buy that disc drive separately. Are you gonna restock it? You're not gonna restock it, are you? Oh God. You couldn't restock the disk drive, even though that's like half the thing you would use it for. Oh my God. I just can't. I can't. I think the way we can literally end this is simple. If you want a quality gaming experience in 2024, you do one of these combinations and you can disagree with me. If you want a combination of some quality titles and you don't mind taking an L for certain titles, it depends on what kind of gamer you are. And I'm gonna just really say this: either a PlayStation, if you're a PlayStation gamer, but there are some things on the other consoles you're interested in, I would say get a PlayStation and a Switch, because a PlayStation gives you all the third party, you get some decent exclusives, cool. And the Switch gets you the Nintendo games. Most of the titles that are on Xbox, there are some titles on Xbox you can't get, but for the most part, you should be fine. You're not missing out on too much. If you're primarily an Xbox gamer and you like what's on the other consoles, get a. I would honestly, if you're an Xbox gamer and you like what's on the other console, get a PC and a Switch. Why? Because PC gets Game Pass, which covers your Xbox needs, and it also has Steam, which covers some of your PlayStation needs, and then a Switch covers your Nintendo games. If you're primarily a Nintendo gamer but you like what's on the other consoles, get a Nintendo and a PC, because then you have all your Nintendo games, and PC kind of covers your third party, because you can also get Xbox Game Pass on your PC. Ironically enough, no matter what gamer you are, you should always have a Switch and or PC in most cases. Unless you're an Xbox gamer, I hate the fact that the sad reality is that as an Xbox gamer, you don't need to own an Xbox. That is the craziest reality I've come to. That as an Xbox gamer, you have no need to own an Xbox unless you just don't have a PC or you don't want to go through the trouble of building a gaming PC, which is once again crazy to me. But that, like, the only reason why you would get an Xbox over a gaming PC is because either A, you didn't have a PC to start out with, or B, you don't want to spend the money for it. And an Xbox would be cheaper, which is fair. An Xbox Series X is cheaper than trying to build a gaming PC for $500 and getting like the same quality of graphics. So fine, that's like the only reason why you buy an Xbox One X. But the fact that it can be optional is wild to me. It's wild. Xbox is pretty much pointless to buy the console, just game on PC or invest in a gaming PC. Yeah, exactly. Unless you just don't want to spend the money for a gaming PC. That's the only reason why you would get an Xbox. Well, at least with PC you can upgrade the components over time. That's true, but I'm just saying, as I'm guessing you didn't see the report saying that their goal is to sell 13 million of these. That's a lot, and that's without a price drop, I'm assuming. There's no way you're selling 13 millions of these. There's no way you're selling 13 millions of these. How you? There's no way they expect you to sell 13 million PlayStation 5 Pros in the next 5 years ish, I guess. That is absurd. Hey Tyrone, they might sell 13 million PS5 Pros if they're thinking globally. I don't even say that. The PS5 is at what, like 50 mil right now? 40, 50 mil? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. And you're talking about selling another 13 mil in the next 5 years. It's doable, but to me, you got to change how it currently works. Nobody in Japan wants this. That is true. Japan has really not. To be fair, that's mainly Sony's fault. Sony has cared less and less about the Japanese market in recent years, and as a result, Japan has cared less and less about the Sony market in these years. The PS5 is a 40 million. Is already a miracle by itself. Guys, Tyrone is getting a PS5. Convince him to get the Pro. It's 2.6 million per year. So what? But that's implying that they're also. I don't see the. Honestly, Tyrone, I don't even see the point of you getting a PS5 other than the fact that you just want to play Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball being the game you want to play, I think, is the problem. Because let's be real here, you have a gaming PC. What other game besides Dragon Ball that you need a PlayStation 5 for? Realistically, you can get Sonic. I know what it is. You want the physical copy of the discs. That's what it is. But man, I'm not even worried about it. It's over 61 million right now? Okay. Oh wow, I called it the dust machine. Why they need what they need is Kevin Butler moment to come out and be like, surprise, the PS5 Pro comes with a disc drive and it's $600. I think that would be a really good deal at that point. I just saw Player Essence video where even Japan are buying Xbox Series X over PlayStation 5. Yeah, money for a Pro will get you a fully equipped Switch 2 with several major titles on release. That's true. I'm very curious. That's the other thing. That's implying that the PS5 is still the preferred console going into the next couple years when you know you're about to get a new Nintendo system and whatever heck Xbox wants to do in the next few years. PS5 sales. I'm just curious if it's officially said. Because I didn't know the PS5 was over 61 million. Let's see. Yeah, it's at 61.88. It's 61.8 as of June. So it's been 3 months since then, but yeah. In between December 2020, that means it sold 11 million in the last. Between December 2023 and June 2024, it sold about 11 million, going into 12 million in the course of essentially 6 to 7 months. Okay. What did I miss? Granted, I have held off on getting a PS5 and any new games for years. I do have the money, but I'm not going to be happy spending it. And I'm not going to spend it. I'm not going to spend it. I have no reason to. If you're a console gamer, I would say the best combination is a Series S and a Switch. This combination is very affordable and often it offers a ton of options for games. I would agree with that. Like I said, the funniest thing is that the Switch overall offers like more options. The Switch is usually in every gamer's configuration because somebody's going to want a Switch in your house. Either your son or your daughter or your wife or you. Somebody's going to want to Switch. Your cousin, your nephew. That's the funniest thing to me. Well, I don't have a Switch, so Nike, shame on you, sir. But then again, if the Switch 2 is backwards compatible, then you realistically could just do that. You could just buy the Switch 2 and then buy a bunch of old Switch games for it. So, I mean, Nintendo ain't tripping. Nintendo's about to become the best-selling console of all time. That's what I'm thinking. See, yeah, I get it, Nike. But yeah, at this point, people are just waiting for an announcement from Nintendo, which you probably won't get one. If you're going to get one, and it won't be for like the next couple months. I'm thinking the earliest we get it is next month. The latest I'm thinking is like November, December. It'd be stupid if Nintendo doesn't make the next system backwards compatibility with Switch 1 games. I agree. It would make no sense not to make it backwards compatible. But yeah, I don't see myself getting a PlayStation 5 at all this gen. I think I've come to that realization. I don't need a PlayStation 5 this generation. What do I need it for when you got games on your console coming out on the PC? I'm gonna just play them on PC. Like realistically, I don't have a reason. Or if I want to be really petty, wait until a PS6 comes out and hope that's backwards compatible, which it probably will be, but I'm just saying. I'm not really tripping on game releases right now. I'm still pretty satisfied between my Switch and my Xbox and PC, for God's sakes. Like, I'm just not tripping on it. I mean, it's hard to say, King of Blades. I'm going to be real with you. If you don't already own a Switch, I mean, yeah, if I want to be fair about it, you're right, Juice. I technically don't need my Xbox either. But I've already bought games on my Xbox and I pay for Game Pass. Technically, you're right, I don't need the Xbox. But I told myself I give Xbox a fair shake, so I've been trying to play it on Xbox. Most of the stuff I've been getting, with a handful of things I'm buying, I'm playing on PC, because you can't play Horizon Forbidden West on Xbox, but you can play it on Steam. Would you be mad if the next Nintendo console is just a Switch Pro? I don't know if I'd be. It depends on how pro it is. It'd be like, it's not, the pro part isn't what bothers me. What's gonna bother me is how strong it is and how much it costs. Those are usually my two things. If it's like a marginal upgrade, I'd be annoyed because it's been 7 years and like, bro, we need something decently strong. Now, if it's a decent upgrade and the monies are fair, then it's fine. I'll play Horizons on my Switch. You. Like, what have they made? An upgrade like the 3DS, the new 3DS. That's not. Oh, God, no, please. To me, that's kind of what the OLED is in some ways. The OLED is kind of that. Not entirely. But, that is not even close to being good enough if we're going to be real about it. You want to do a little bit better than that. You can't just give me no slight upgrade. I'd be low-key offended. Like, what is this? What is this trash you presented to me? Nintendo makes half effective analog sticks as a feature. Yeah, like, honestly, at this buy me PS5 Pro, Goki, I've been telling this stream this whole time, I don't even think I'm going to buy a PlayStation console this gen. Like, at all. I have no reason to buy a PlayStation console this gen right now. There's like a handful of games I'm missing out on. But between my Switch, my Xbox, and my PC, I have really much access to almost everything. And that list of what I'll have access to will increase as time goes on. Because we know there are certain titles that are currently exclusive that will eventually fall into one of the other console manufacturers. Actually, Square made a big deal talking about how they're not trying to chase exclusive partnerships anymore. So if you're not chasing exclusive partnerships anymore, then like that means everything that's currently exclusive is going to end up on other consoles anyway. Astro Bot is a game that I'm not really tripping on, especially when I play Mario. I play Mario and I play Sonic. You really think I'm hurting because I'm missing Astro Bot? No, I can play Last of Us on Steam. Uncharted on Steam. I can play all... Uncharted's on Steam right now. The collection for Uncharted's on Steam. I want you to understand something. PlayStation has a lot of games on Steam. Ghost of Tsushima, Steam. Uncharted Collection, Steam. Days Gone, Steam. God of War, Steam. Last of Us, Steam. Spider-Man, Steam. Returnal, Steam. Ratchet and Clank, Steam. Sackboy, Steam. Like, yeah, there are still some games I don't have, right? I'm not gonna act like I have all the games, but like I don't have nowhere near as many as but the gap is nowhere near as bad as you would think it would be. Like it's just not. I think the next game is what? Death Stranding 2 and Until Dawn, and I think Death Stranding 2 and Until Dawn. Those are the next two games that I don't have access to. And guess what? Until Dawn PC already is going to be on PC. Actually, next month. Lego Horizon Adventures, Switch and PC. God of War Ragnarok PC. Shoot. Y'all don't understand, bro. Y'all don't understand how little it matters, dog. How little some of this even matters. PlayStation coming to PC has just kind of wiped out any level of concern. Because now I just assume everything's coming to PC. Death Stranding, yep, definitely buying a PS5 Pro for that. Xbox offers a lot of underrated perks. For example, I got Persona 3 Reload via Game Pass, and the expansion pass was given for me for free for Ultimate members. I got a $70 title for under $20. Agreed. The Silent Hill 2 remake. I don't. Who is that? That's not just Sony though, is it? Is that even buyable? Let me see. Let me go look. I haven't checked. Silent. Yeah, you can get Silent Hill 2 on PC. That comes out next month. Like, realize if you got a PC, you can kind of circumvent an Xbox console completely. There's so much, bro. There's so much. There's so much. People forget about the value of PC because people don't want to go through the tribulations of PC gaming. And I get it. PC gaming is always going to be a pain in some ways for people, especially those who come home from an 8-hour, or 9-hour, or 10-hour work shift, want to just press a button, pick up a controller, and play the game. Like, I get it. I absolutely get it. Not everybody wants to go through the process of setting up settings, graphical or otherwise, audio or otherwise, and then jumping into a game on PC. Some people rather have a console experience, which is perfectly fair. But if to sit here and tell me that there's no intrinsic value in playing an Xbox, owning a gaming PC is wild to me. Like, really, there are more and more titles ending up on PC. The only console manufacturer who's really you have to have their console for is Nintendo. Nintendo and technically PlayStation if you want to play PS5 games as soon as they come out. Those are like your only two. What does a console experience even mean nowadays? It means, I'm so tired from work. I want to play this game, right? I'm exhausted. I'm sleepy. I want to come over, get in my comfy gamer chair, grab a controller, hit a button, and do this. I just want to do this, guys. Guys, I just want to do this. Guys, just let me just play the game. Which to me doesn't really mean much because, well, you know what I can do pretty quickly? Watch me. Hold on, watch me. Watch me. I can come home and fucking be like, it's been such a long day, guys. I'm so tired. I just want to play Horizon Forbidden West. What do? I get on my PC. I go find the Horizon West icon on my desktop. This is going to take me a little bit longer because I'm streaming, but I'm just doing this to prove a point. I'm going to switch to my game footage. I'm going to hit play because I already set up my settings. Watch, I don't have auto detect on. I'm going to be so ticked. I'm going to be so ticked if I don't have auto detect on. Do I not have auto detect on? Please tell me I have auto detect on. I don't. Dang it. Fine. Hold on. I think it's under, it could be under bottom right. Oh, look. Look at this. It's Horizon. Oh my God. What is this? Hold on. I wanted to prove a point and I forgot that this thing is auto detecting. What is this? Why is the... Oh, I need to move that. There we go. I just want to play Horizon, guys. I just want to play Horizon, guys. Whoops. I just want to play Horizon. I think I'm going to play Horizon. I'm going to hit continue. I'm tired. It's a long day of work, and I just want to play Horizon, bro. I'm so tired. Now I'm obviously making this longer because I had to shift screens because I'm streaming, but man, I want to just play Horizon. Just let me play Horizon. Now, obviously, I'm streaming. I gotta change the settings. But if I wasn't streaming, this would be running at 60. The settings I have it on now is running at like 46 frames a second or 40 something frames. But that's because I'm streaming, so I'm taking up a bunch of resources between the game and the stream. But look, I can't play Horizon.
Yeah, I remember her.
I can't play it anymore. Darn it. I just want to. Oh wow, there's invisible walls here. That's kind of crazy. Didn't know there was a visible wall here. But look, guys, the frame's looking bad because I didn't change the settings. If I change, fine, I'll change the settings real quick just to satiate the individuals. I'll put it on medium. It's looking kind of choppy because of where I have the settings at, but darn it, I just wanna play Horizon. You can turn, but like I think who said it? Forge Gloyd. You can turn a PC experience into a console experience super easy. Now, if you don't want to put the investment in, that's fine, but let's not pretend like you can't do it. You absolutely can do it. It's just it's your willingness to want to do it. That's literally it. That's literally it. That's all you gotta do. It's up to the individual. Where's motion blur? I can't stand motion blur. Turn that off. But yeah. Now, like I said, I'm streaming and trying to do this at the same time, so it's a little bit different. But the point is that you can do it and have a relatively smooth experience. But I'm going to quit because I've got to get better settings for streaming all at once. But the point is that you can do it. The point is that you can do it if you want to. It's not anything crazy or impossible. I probably should use Resident Evil as a better example, realistically. Resident Evil would have been a better example because Resident Evil wouldn't have... Resident Evil isn't as intensive, but you get my point. The only games I'm missing for PlayStation are the Legend of Heroes games, Final Fantasy Remake Trilogy, Final Fantasy 16, Stellar Blade, and Forspoken. Literally everything else is on my Xbox. Yeah, but King of Blades, you can get Final Fantasy 7 Remakes games on and Final Fantasy 16 on Steam. The Legend of Hero games I'm not sure about. Hey, Dill. Dill, you doing all right, buddy? You're not angry no more, are you? I hope not. You good people. We like you. The only thing I have to figure out at some point, which means when I want to do, if I plan to do Devil May Cry, I got to figure out a balance. But yeah, that's just my overall point. Oh, Soul Blade coming to PC sometime soon? Exactly. So if I want to just have a streaming experience, I can just bust open a game. We're not going to sit here and act like you can't do both. You can absolutely get your PC experience as a console experience. People just can't be bothered with it. Now, I get that. Astrobot is a game people want to play, but it's not enough to make me spend $500 to $700. That's my whole thing. But I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here, y'all. I'm gonna be real with you. Plus, there is a particular video I want to record and edit for you guys. I do want to thank those who showed the support on the what was it? The Pokemon shorts. I appreciate the support on those and any of the new subscribers I got from those. Don't worry, I got some more content for you guys. I got a video I'm going to at least record tomorrow. I don't know if I'll get it out tomorrow, but I'm definitely going to record it tomorrow. So I hope you guys look forward to that. Some more content. Well, I don't want to ramble too much because it's already been like almost an hour and a half. And yeah, so I'm not going to get into that. Donnie, where did you come from? Where'd you come from, man? I didn't know you were here. No, in all seriousness, though. I'm going to get out of here because I don't want to ramble too much. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse with the PlayStation thing. You were lurking like a villain. Donnie, we're going to talk about how Dragon Ball is trash. We're going to talk about that probably tomorrow on Persona. Because Tyrone said he's going to join me. So I want you to be there to have a field day with making fun of Dragon Ball's translation. Oh, God. But no, seriously, thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for the views and the likes and the comments and all that stuff. I hope this console doesn't sell out and make a bunch of money. But if it does, then that just means that people have different priorities. It means that all this complaining and anger that's been going on the internet means absolutely nothing. What's a good price point for a PC build? Probably a little bit over $1,000. I probably say like $1,200. $1,200 I think is a decent point for a PC build. But I want to build another one actually. I have some of the parts sitting in my cart right now, but that's irrelevant. But yeah, we'll get into it later. We'll get into some stuff later. But with that being said, this has been your boy, the Insane Game. Thank you for subscribing, Brett. I appreciate the subscription. I got a subscription, y'all. We're killing the game out here. No, seriously though. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for the love. I will be back. I'm hoping tomorrow I'll be back streaming wise for Persona, and if not, you may see a video tomorrow too. So yeah. Yeah, it's in my cart because it requires money, Donnie. It requires money, and I don't have any extra money right now. Leave me alone, Donnie. Good night, everybody. I'm pretty sure Tyrone's streaming anyway, so go support Tyrone. Please and thank you. I'll catch you guys later, everybody. I gotta go right now.